Okay, here we go. The last game, the decider of the grand finals of season 29 of RTS League's Age of Mythology Titans Clan League is starting. And it's gonna be Oasis. That's a nice map. I'm definitely glad that we didn't get anything that we have seen today. There's always a bit of a fear in there. But it's not happening today. And oh, that's gonna be a deep corner for Omega. Deep corner indeed, right there, with Joe as well on the other side of the map. He's gonna be so liking it. So liking Azura, the deep corner that he's in. Oh well, he's probably really gonna be happy about this, especially if they're gonna be playing correctly in the middle. And so far we don't really see how many little forests are they gonna be. I'm kinda right now guessing it's gonna be the 4 small ones. But, well, it's just a basic absolutely random guess based on absolutely nothing, so it's probably gonna be wrong. Who knows? But overall, the gods are gonna be Green Sea Squash, Oranos, more Oranos, and last player Omega X Zeus. That's a good combo for any map. And for the opponents, Brighead, Thor, Shelty, Odin, and Joe as Dra. Yeah, well, Dra is gonna be quite a nice god on a map like this. So that's apparently gonna be 2. It's almost looking like a 2 or a huge one. Now, I don't think, though, that it sponsors a huge... It actually maybe does. Well, I don't know. Let's just wait. Let's just stop speculating and let's see what's gonna happen anywhere. And elsewhere on the map, that's gonna be better Toxotai, Chariots, and whatever at hit points. It's actually a very good relic. That very nice one that we like to see, and especially players like to see. Free Pegasus, not bad. Not bad at all as well. As otherwise, there is gonna be one extra relic at the top. That is right next to Joe, which is for better, or rather for trio helpful monkeys. Well, could be useful for at least the early game, helping with the defense and whatever. Why not? As the one on the left side is gonna be better house and manor hit points. Yeah, well not, or rather why not? It's gonna be useful for any kind of player, especially would be liking it for, of course, an Atlantean. And for some Atlanteans, of course. Well, in the meantime, for example, how's it looking for the golds? So far, kinda interesting positions for Omega X Blast. He, of course, doesn't have anything behind his base. Could be kinda hard to place it like here or there. So, obviously, he's gonna be having a bit more into the forefront. But we are apparently spawning the big one. And that's kinda... That's a rare one. On the previous Google Balance patch maps, it actually wasn't spawning at all. It was removed, which I didn't really like all that much. But right now, we're gonna be having basically discrete places, discrete sides on both sides of the water, surrounded by all the trees. And that's gonna be making, of course, quite interesting gameplay, because it will depend a whole lot more on, or rather a whole lot, on how the pockets play it. And they will have to play quite efficiently, and basically be ready on both sides, because you cannot switch all that easily on the other side if you're not Zeus or Hades with the Underworld Passage. And that's only gonna be, of course, available to KeeNs. Yep, this dude with the Underworld Passage could be actually significantly important in this game overall, and the Oranos is, to be honest, as well. They can just build the Sky Passages, but their opponents, they have no option like that. They will just have to basically win their sides and win the map like that. Because they don't have any good powers that could be giving them that kind of advantage. Otherwise, from TCs, kind of fairly spawned, not really kind of issue for both sides. This one is kind of funny, because it's next to the wood line, so it doesn't necessarily control anything all that much. This one seems to be a whole lot more important as far as map control goes, for both Mor and Brighead. But definitely looking forward to the battle between Brighead and Mor, as that could be a fun duel. As on the left, it's gonna be Shelty against Green Sea Squash, which we might have already seen, maybe even in the last game. Yeah, I kinda don't remember anymore, so let's not go there. As wow, okay. No slinging. But Mor is advancing at 330 for some kind of variant of a crush. Or like, how to call it? O-rush? I don't know. Something like that, because he's not a Chronos. But of course, right now, he does have the temple finish. This is supremely important for Brighead. He did finish. He did finish the Brighead, or finish the temple and the house, because without that he would be in pretty deep trouble. He's right now gonna be attempting to kill the tower before it's important, but he can at least... Oh! He was trying to close them off. Well, almost worked, but apparently it's not gonna be working now. He will have to do something else, but he's already coming from Forseti, for Forseti yet again as a Thor. It's a really interesting build-up for him. He's definitely seeming to like that. But yeah, one of those towers is probably gonna be gone. But it's not the important tower. It's not the important tower, because this one is a whole lot more important, covering the gold. Yep, that's gonna be significantly more playing a role in the game from now on. That was a great hunt, of course, on all the on all the goatees. Unfortunately, doesn't have husbandry yet. It could be coming for that, but yeah, well, he isn't. Anyway, Freya is coming for him. Otherwise, it's gonna be, of course, Prometheus. Then, wow, Athena. Okay. Okay, so they're definitely having some kind of idea how to absolutely crush dots on the right side. Let's see if that's gonna happen. Not entirely certain, because right now he's gonna be getting the free troll. It's gonna be helping immensely, and with, of course, right now, the Herster coming forward as well, it's probably gonna be over for those dudes. Let's see how the plan is gonna be continuing, because, of course, plenty of goats has been stolen. That's a problem. That's a problem for a brigade. How much of an extra hand he has? He still does have giraffes. Then what? Well, a whole lot of nothing, it seems. Yeah, some monkeys at least. That's gonna be better than nothing. So he can survive a bit longer if those Prometheans are gonna be still there. But of course, coming for Forset, it's gonna be allowing him some nice heresies in there, I'm thinking, and might really be exactly what it takes to counter what Mor is right now doing against him. And so far, apparently, it's gonna be just a Athena rush on the left side. That's a bit of a surprise. I was expecting that it's gonna be something like that. Joe is gonna be switching. What just happened? I just didn't really see where they went. Or rather, what was transport? Was it the goats? Yeah, it was probably, yeah, it was the goats, yeah. I was just looking for some kind of army or villages or whatever. But right now there are plenty of goats, so it was basically goats being stolen back. That was a very nice thought. That was a very nice thought indeed. So right now you can see not enough of them for Omega X Blast. And for more, he's still having plenty of them. So yeah, that was not a bad thought. Not a bad thought, actually helped the teammate. And of course, plenty of them still available for Shelter because he was doubling them. But he's also gonna be the one on the double. On the double, right there. So is it gonna be really strong enough? Because towers might be already coming for Shelty. Let's see if they are. So far we don't see them anywhere being researched. As Rain is coming for Joe, which could be help or not. I'm right now not certain. It's gonna be helpful because of course those shockwaves are not gonna be used. Omega X Blast is not gonna be able to use his restoration, but at the same time he's not really ready for restoration yet. So even though Brigade is fully right now controlling the situation on the right against Mor. Mor is, of course, right now gonna be pretty deep trouble, I'm thinking, against such an early advance and kind of basically failing. But on the left, it's seeming quite dangerous. All those houses being killed for Shelty, he's gonna be outside, out of any population whatsoever. Yeah, you can see right now he's at 50 out of 55. And the help from his teammates is gonna be needed so significantly. But I'm not entirely certain if it's gonna be coming. Because, of course, Joe is just now gonna be clicking into Hathor. And yet again, how about going at the situation Sekhmet into Citadel on your teammate's TC, like giving it extra hit points, basically protecting it against the potential rush with restoration. I'm kind of thinking it could be working, but yeah, well, not really all that great. Looking for the ATs of Death now, and it's gonna be really up to Shelty to somehow survive as long as possible, because this is gonna be switching into a bit of a race for time, as Brighead right now should be having the upper hand against Mor. Exactly, he's even gonna be denying the TC, at least for the moment in there, and he will probably be having quite a significant chance to somehow make Mor pay for what he did with the fast advance. But it was kinda nice diversification. He basically might have forced a bit more concentration on the right side for dots, whereas leaving Shelty a bit surprised with the double. But oh man, all this army coming forward with all of these units. Oh, this is gonna be very hard. Shockwave flying all around, of course, and they're gonna be getting next to the TC, and for, of course, the very important restoration. The god powers are not really present all that much, so you could be expecting any kind of huge help. Yet again, would have been some kind of thought to go for Citadel to help your teammate. Basically give him a bit more protection. But yeah, well, that's not gonna be happening. And not only protection, but also population limit. Because he's losing houses in huge numbers right now, Shelty in here. You can see 57 out of 65. And also having just literally one military building. And he doesn't even have any kind of extra resources for anything all that much. And he's under attack. Yeah, he's just waiting for the restoration in there. And he needs to somehow pick off all those hoplites. If he can, restoration coming up. DC should be coming down. But is there gonna be enough help in time from Joe? I'm kind of thinking that at this point it's not exactly game over for dots. It's not exactly game over, even though Shelty will be losing the economy a bit. You're gonna be losing the TC because it's right now gone. It's not exactly done, because of course Joe is nicely ready with the Heroic Age. And right now, the advance in time. He doesn't have the second TC yet, which is a bit of a surprise to me, to be honest, with such a advance that he did. And he might be able to help his teammate long, or rather fast enough, with all of those double migdals and all of those chariot archers and whatever. As Brighead is taking things a bit slowly, taking the front TC, which is his, maybe going to be trying to control the one from more as well, but of course this resulted into more, finally finishing the one at the very back. At the very back there. In the meantime, how's it looking on the left back? Still a few more villagers being present to gather everything that they can, as Shelty is losing everything inside his base. Is there gonna be an attempt to steal his front TC, or rather his main TC? I don't exactly see the reason for that. It's probably not needed. But the army that is growing for Joe, that is gonna be quite difficult, of course, for the opponents to deal with. Especially if he could be getting this TC. I'm really thinking that he should. That DTs of that should be heading for this TC as fast as possible. Because that will be like some kind of front of their attempt on defending, as all the armies coming somewhere else. And where the somewhere else is gonna be going? There's a bit of scouting coming on by the rock. I'm right now just now remembering the biggest slay in Age of Mythology history of DoD and Bokao. Because this is supremacy. So what they can potentially do is fly in here, cut the wood there, even use the flaming whip or rather forest fire for making the room, and placing a wonder in there. That would be such a dirty way, such an incredibly dirty way to win. And I cannot think it actually could work in the long run. Actually, I think it's not such an impossible idea, but I so hope we're not gonna see that. Even though it would be completely epic. Yeah, well, I just decided on the battlefield. As of course, this is looking quite alright still for a brigade, even though more is having some kind of army there. It's nothing all that major. And much more importantly, on the left side, you can see Shelty is at first DC yet again. Green Sea Squash though is at already 3, and he is definitely stepping into the battles. And he's hoping that he can somehow push into the enemy base yet again very soon. As in the meantime, of course, Joe, with his heroic age, is making sure that he's gonna be protected on the left side together with his teammate as he's coming for a bit of raiding, hoping to slow the game down at least a bit in there. Oh well, army, or rather, economy is still kinda going for Shelty, because he, to be honest, he didn't really lose all that many villages, as there's a front TCB attempted by more, and with Green Sea Squash switching also on the right side, is gonna be getting quite challenging for Brighead, and he will be needing the help from his teammate, and this is exactly what is kind of the danger, and also opportunity for a one spawn, or rather for a one pond Oasis, because it means that you need to be well aware as a pocket player what's happening on the flanks and be ready to basically help on both. It definitely can happen, but right now, of course, plenty of Atlantean army doing everything that they can, as well. Joe is gonna be switching there, or rather switching there, moving there, maybe, well, apparently not. It's a bit of a surprise, but maybe they communicated and don't need it all that much, but they certainly need to, because right now it's gonna be full on triple on the right side, and Joe is absolutely everywhere, but not at the correct spot. And you can see Green Sea Squash is still having plenty of army there, not even allowing him to do anything else. So this DC is gone. Those no players are gonna be making sure of that. They are even mediums at this point, and this is very well played by KeeN. This fast advance on their opponents is definitely paying off, and they seem to be deities of death. Kinda a bit surprised by what's happening in here. Maybe a bit too used to the current meta in Age of Mythology Titans, where everybody's booming, playing slowly, and not being ready for the aggression all that much. And it's definitely working, as of course Brighead losing the TC, and let's see if he's gonna be still fine in his base. He's still definitely gonna be fighting. As Shelty is even at second DC now. Okay, so he's coming back. He's coming back with a boom in there, but it's all gonna be basically about Joe. And if Joe can carry his teammates, he's at 2 TCs, he cannot get extra TC. Potentially this one, or maybe the one behind Brighead. He could be coming for that one. He still could be quite a strong force to be reckoned with. But I'm thinking with all the extra economy, you can see Omega X Blast, Green Sea Squash, and Moret Champion all at 3. And their opponent's deities of death only 2-1-2. It's probably gonna be getting quite difficult as farms are going away. Not really villages, but this is all about the farms. All about the farms being destroyed by all those locusts. That's a nice thought, as it's costing plenty of wood, and much more importantly, it's gonna be slowing down the economy. So yeah, they are gonna be gone as well. Yeah, all of them are gone, as there is apparently gonna be a battle going on, as Shelty is rejoining into the fights. But they need something significant against all those Toxotai, as the Toxotai are the huge issue. And why are you continuing in the fight? Come on, just listen and see what your teammates are doing. So this is pretty bad losses and needless for Joe, but he was probably a lot more concentrating on the raiding on the gold of Omega X Blast, so that is probably the reason for that. In the meantime, there's gonna be an attempt by Shelty to actually go for his main TC and capture it yet again, but he's facing a bit of a problem. in all those Prometheans in there, but they're probably gonna be dying fairly soonish, as there's a bit of raiding going on, nothing all that effective that Joe couldn't deal with. Back TC being captured right now by Brighead, as he needs all the extra population limit that he can get, as the battle is getting dangerously close to his base. As apparently those Petsuchai, nice idea, but they're absolutely getting slaughtered, as they found themselves in a spot they had absolutely no way to retreat from. And it's a big problem for them, and that's quite costly. You can see 4 Petsuchai dead, and that's supposed to be the army that is gonna defend on the right side, and that completely failed. Completely failed at this point, and oh well, even the towers might not just be enough right now for dots to defend this part of the map. Let's see what texts are coming out. Joe for Osiris, okay, it's nice, but I'm also looking at Green Sea Sword, who is getting important upgrades. Lens of Stone, because he's gonna be raiding for town centers. He's already coming for the Kontarai exactly there. Yep, this is not gonna be all that easy for Shelty to get up. And he will be under pretty heavy attack, and this is very good reaction by Green Sea Squash, because they are already holding their opponents by their throats on the right, basically even forcing Shelty to help that. Whereas on the left it's gonna be fairly free raiding for all of those Kontarai to get rid of the TCs, and really shouldn't be that much of a hard job to get rid of those. There's still a bit of an attempt to raid by Joe. He's doing what he can, especially with coming into the Mythical Age for him. But all of those palaces coming up for more. It seems that he's gonna be taking the TC as well. That's gonna be a 4th one. This is the front for Brighead, and he is definitely eating into him with all the destroyers in there. Still mediums, not any kind of extra upgrades, so that's basically the same of mediums from Brighead, but he doesn't have any upgrades either, as Mythical Age is just now hitting in, and the army is not kinda bad. It could be kinda working, but it's all gonna depend if the extra population limit is gonna be changing the momentum in there a whole lot more than it should. Or rather than it's supposed to be, kinda. Anyway, Green still trying to control this TC, maybe even take it for himself. Well, not really, but he's gonna be happy with this one, which is basically front of Shelty. It's gonna be a 4th, as of course the Kontara are growing up in numbers quite significantly so, with all the upgrades of course, and yeah, Lens of Stone against the TCs, that's gonna be one hell of an issue, especially without any kind of significant army right now for Shelty. He's gonna be losing everything. And maybe this is gonna be kinda... This is gonna be Frost-worthy. Frost-worthy, I'm thinking. Should be Frost, I'm thinking. It's kinda strange that it isn't. He's gonna be really wanting to invest all that much extra resources into it yet again. But yeah, well, he's losing the TC in there. Sondrai, the TC for more is finished. And there is still kinda heavy battle going on. But Joe is finally joining there in full, as he's trying to help on the left side as well. Armory coming up, which is probably gonna be resulting into Heroic Age for the 6th player. Well, not really anywhere close by at this point, unless he clicked. No, he didn't, but plenty of farms are coming up right next to his back TC, and he's trying to destroy all the Kontarai, which is kinda working, of course, at this point. But all he needs to do is basically keep Joe busy in there, at least for a bit, and that might be just enough. But 80s of Death are still fighting in this, still hoping that they can turn it around through the Mythical Age, and that is present for Joe, and that's not a bad thought, but they need to be also aware of course, Omega X Blast coming through here, and having the opportunity of the Underworld Passage for him still intact, and that could be on this map quite significant. Quite significant indeed. Plenty of course, Frost Giants, already Therm Frost Giants, those, well, could be definitely using upgrade into Heavy. That could be changing things quite a bit, as of course we are looking at even more Petsuchai making an appearance on this part of the battlefield. That seems to be more or less stabilized. Oh well, needing a bit more Ox cards in there. As on the left, of course, yet again, those heavy Kontarai are doing their job with the baseline of upgrades, but against them are gonna be standing Champion Camelry. With the shields slowly but surely coming up, but it might be just a bit too slow because he's sending one unit by one. So apparently Shelty just rebuilt the TC right like nothing happened. And oh well, yep, nicely spotted. Green Sea Squash is not gonna be allowing any kind of nonsense like that, and villagers are gonna be just close by, protecting the palace in full, not allowing him to go into enemy hands at all, as of course Underworld Passage is going on with all the heavy hoplites, because we haven't really seen all that many units by Omega X Blast all that much. Where did he go? Where did he go? Oh, suddenly somehow back, for some reason. Oh, that was probably because of Frost, because he was thinking that Frost was there, but unfortunately 4 dots. Frost was in the middle. Balde is being researched there, that's the reason. That's why it's so important, but of course, this is gonna be allowing Omega X Blast to basically kill all the TCs in there, and well, especially right now, looking at Hera, That's gonna be quite problematic, even against the Ragnarok, because the Ragnarok is not gonna be exactly too strong, I'm thinking, at this point. Yeah, 63 civilian units, that's like not really exactly strong. Shelty losing TC, also at the back due to Kontara yet again, and the control of the TC in his main base is gonna be coming into Green Sea Squash fairly soon. And even though Shelty is doing what he can, that's just kind of already a hard battle for him. He's fighting 1 versus 4, soon to be 5 TCs, and Joe, yeah, he's gonna be apparently losing a TC as well. As Omega X Blast with the Underworld Passage, and right now, casting the Lightning Storm right there to basically get rid of all of this so that he can continue with the Champion Hoplits already. Destroying all the TCs as the armory ups are coming up there as well. Yeah, well, this is also gonna be killing plenty of villagers, unfortunately. But, yeah, that was kinda costly in here. Let's see if Brigade is gonna be calling it just now, because right now the army is getting quite stronger by Chor, or rather by more. Yet again, as he's already at 4 TCs, of course, and this is just a very hard battle for dots. Very hard battle for dots. And Skadi coming up. This could be Frost there, and it could be crippling, at least for a moment, Green Sea Squash. But is it gonna be anything all that major? Well, I'm not all that certain. It's gonna be working. But maybe that could have been Frost at the top, basically trying to deny exactly what's happening in here. Because right now, Omega X Blast is doing quite good and quite well, as Brighead is doing what he can. Shelty is gonna be right now resigning, as Brighead is gonna be resigning as well, and Dots are not gonna be taking the last game, but it's gonna be KeeN's, and KeeN's deservedly take the crown of the champions of RTS League's Age of Mythology Titans Clan League Season 29, and they bring home the Golden Manor for the champions. So that was really good finals in here, and very good last game, and we have definitely enjoyed very aggressive games. Plenty of them were aggressive, like the next to last, the first one, this one, and it basically in the end went for KeeN's. And this was just very well played. The double on the left was supremely surprising. And even though you could be thinking that this game would be good for the Egyptian on the team of Dots, unfortunately it also resulted into a pretty heavy double on the left side. And he just couldn't help in time. And that's what absolutely deleted Shelty. And he just wasn't able to get back on his feet fast enough, which, to be honest, is not that much of a surprise. And Green Sea Squash, yet again, definitely the MVP of this match. He did make the correct decisions, and he was playing very well. Very well done. Very well done. Very well done indeed. Let's check into the post-game then. It's gonna be Green Sea Squash, quite deservedly so, having the highest score and being basically the MVP. Brighead, good job. Not well. And that's surprised by more. The 330 advance, that kinda took him a bit off guard, and he wasn't even able to somehow punish more for that. That's kinda interesting, because you would be expecting that once you are able to defend that kind of early attack, the economy should be suffering quite significantly for more. But somehow it really didn't, and he was able to have quite a solid follow-up. And there just wasn't much of an opportunity for Brighead to punish him for that. Yeah, well, nicely played. Nicely played indeed. $132 military count, even more than Brighead with the Ragnarok. Kinda fun. Kinda fun. But yeah, well, that was really tough finals for Shelty. He was having a few more games where he was kinda really hammered hard. So not entirely certain how good memories he's gonna be having of this match. But overall, really it was worthy of RTS League Grand Finals, and definitely glad that we could have seen it live and we could have streamed it to all of you viewers in the community. It was really nicely done by both clans. And basically it was anybody's game, anybody's match, but the better strategy went from KeeN's. Well, GG in it again. Congratulations, KeeN's. Well done. You are the champions of the 29th season of Age of Mythology Titans Clan League, hosted by RTS League. Of course, has to be said, ATs of Death yet again are gonna be defending the silver from the last season, so they are only confirming that they are one of the best clans in the community for basically a long time, for a very long time. But maybe next season it's gonna be the famed gold that they are looking for as well. GG.